Right there, folks. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Great to see you, as always. Hope we're all doing well. We have got the semi-finals today. Only 4 games to go through. Should be a quick one. We will get into that in a sec. Before we do, like the video if you would. Subscribe if you're not. Appreciate it if you did. Stick your notifications on as well. Australian Open's in what? Couple days. So yeah, do yourself a favour. Get yourself sorted. First things first, managed to get one back. Last night I had Gael Monfils and Zizou Berg on a double. I'm rather happy about that. Monfils made it look easy. Zizou Berg, it was anything but easy, but still managed to get it done nonetheless. First off today is going to be Gael Monfils and Nishesh Bassafareddi. Getting Monfils, slight favourites around 1.75, something like that. He probably should beat him. They've played each other last week. Nishesh gave him a really good go as well. A really good go. Monfils, I was pretty certain he'd beat Facundo Diaz-Acosta, and he did, obviously. There was a couple times, the longer that second set went on, even though he was in full control, it looked like his fitness may or may not have been getting the better of him. He was doing the rich baby daddy gangrene, hands on your knees. I hate it when he does that. He looks so tired, but well done to him for grinding through it. It can't be easy. It can't be easy for him, especially to perform like that. The way he moves at his age is absolutely fantastic, may I add. I was never really in doubt regarding the result nonetheless. Nishesh did manage to get past Alex Michelsen, and I'm not really surprised. We've watched pretty much every game of this lad since the next gens. Michelsen did beat him in the next gens, but I don't know. I haven't seen enough from Alex Michelsen as of yet on the tour to start the season. Good stuff from Nishesh. He looks really good. He's only 19, like I said, he looks fantastic. We're going to be following him quite a lot this season, I imagine. Monfils, going back to the Struff game, he bullied him on the first serve, didn't he? And it looked just as good, if not better, against Diaz-Acosta. He was so good. So good. He did not look in danger whatsoever. We did see Nishesh take a set off him in Brisbane last week. Food for thought. Regarding Monfils, I would say this is probably not the best chance of, it could be the best chance of a title for him. You don't know what the season's going to hold. Me personally, and I'm not taking anything away from him, but how old is he? 38, 39, something like that. I know he's nearly 40. Can you see him going deep in the Australian Open after this? I can't. Personally, I can't. I think if he's got it in him, which he very well may have, he'll probably go all out and try and wrap this one up. I don't think Bassafareddi is going to make it easy for him whatsoever. You'd probably give the edge to Monfils. He fucking bullied him in the last set. In the last match, it was 6-1, 6-2, and I think it was 6-1. You'd probably be wise to back him again. While he's playing the way he's playing. I know Nishesh is really good, but he's still very fresh, isn't he? Still very fresh indeed. I'd fancy Monfils to be able to get that one done. I would. He done him a week ago. I imagine you can do him this week, so I don't know if I'm going to take it, but it probably would be Monfils or Nottingham for that one. And then last one in New Zealand is Nuno Borges. Did you say Nuno Borges? Because I was hearing him say Nuno Borges before. And I'm like, Borges does sound cooler, but I'm not asked either way, really. Let's call him Nuno anyway. Nuno Borges, Zizou Bergs. Nuno has beat him once before. When was that? Now, this opened up with Nuno as a slight dog, I think it was. Or it was just evens on the money, split right down the middle. It's going to around 1.8. I can see it at 1.95 on the Betfair exchange for those that have it. They haven't played each other since 2020. Nuno beat him in straight sets on the hard court. That doesn't mean anything. Zizou Berg has looked really good up until this point. Don't forget he did have to play 2 games in qualifying for this tournament too. Um, Even though he won the bet for me yesterday, I did not like what I watched at all. I was very, very concerned for Zizou Bergs against Carbias Baena. He got absolutely slapped up in that first set. And then, alright, he turned it up a little bit in the second, but even in the third, even when Zizou Berg was pretty much firmly in control, he was all over the place. Very erratic. Very erratic. I mean, we know he does have a very aggressive play style, but although that can be a trait for you some of the time on these surfaces, especially, I feel like it equally goes against you just as much, if not more often than not. So Nuno, but look, he dropped the first set again. He's come back from the dead and beat Mensah. I was fairly surprised that he managed to do that. I think, well, we know Mensah's a really good player. Um, he done it with Darderi, done it with Navone, done it with Mensah. He just managed to cruise through, playing very solid, consistent tennis. Looks very good, looks very hard to beat, evidently. Now, these odds are very, very close. Like I said, 1.93. Going off what I seen last night, I don't think Zizou Bergs is going to beat Nuno Borges. Let's call him Borges. Sounds a bit better, I think. I think he's got more than enough. I really do. Zizou Berg couldn't put a first serve in yesterday. Couldn't put a first serve in. And I think at the end of the first set, his second serve percentage was like 28% points. What, it was diabolical. It was so bad. I'm happy he managed to turn it round, but I feel like if it was anyone else other than a clay merchant, it would have been curtains for him. I'd be more than willing to roll a dice with Nuno Borges. I really would. I really would. This may very well be the game where everyone goes, he's dropped the first set, this and that. He may not drop this first set. If Zizou Berg plays anything like how he played against Carbias Baena last night, I don't think he's going to have a good day. I really don't. I imagine Nuno Borges is going to jump all over that second serve. All over it. Probably where he's going to do the majority of the damage. I'm going to back him to be consistent enough to edge this one out. Although what I'm just going to add as well, I probably should have said at the start, if any of these games, if anything starts going wrong or if anyone feels slightly injured, they'll just retire. So, that is also food for thought. I think, actually, yeah, I'm all the way there. I'm going for it. Why not? I'm going to try and get him again today. I'm going to take the Portuguese on the money line while it's 1.93. Yeah, every day of the week. I think he's better, playing better. Bergs has been off to a flyer to the start of the season. He's been off to an absolute flyer, played really well. I don't think he gets it done here. I really don't. I feel like he was very, very lucky against Carbias Baena. I mean, very lucky. I don't even think you can call it complacency in that first set because he was complaining and moaning, and I didn't like that either. Very, very Rublevish of him, so I'm going to go with Nuno. Sound. Let me know what you're going for on that. And then let's touch on Adelaide and then wrap this shit up. We've got Tommy Paul, Felix Auger-Aliassime getting Tommy Paul at 1.66 on the decimal now. Felix has beaten once before. When was that? I imagine that was on the clay. Oh no, it went hard court 2023 Indian Wells 2-1. Now, we knew Tommy Paul was going to be dinky, didn't we? That game against Manuel Girard, I watched a bit of that, and he did drop that second set, but it was just a wild unforced error. He just shanked this ball and then couldn't get the break back. It was a good game. He played a lot better against Dinky, or you could say Dinky played a lot worse than Girard did. Solid all round from Tommy Paul. We know what we're going to get from him on these surfaces. Felix Auger-Aliassime did manage to get it done against Marcus Giron, but he struggled a bit. He did struggle. He got walloped by Artur Cazot in the first set of that game, managed to pull it back. He's still winning. And I've seen clips of it, and I've seen a bit of the match, and there's shades of the Felix Auger-Aliassime that we all know and recognise, but it's still not enough for me. It's still not enough. It could be a close one. You could have a look at the total. I'm not too sure. I feel like Tommy Paul does have this one in the bag. If you think otherwise, please do let me know. Felix for a set, I wouldn't call you crazy for taking that at all. I still think it's too soon. Especially in a spot like this, I don't fancy going against Tommy Paul on the hard court. Not at all. So it'd be Tommy Paul or nothing for that. And then last one, we've got Kekmanovic, Sebastian Korda. Odds are split right down the middle. Head to head 1-0 to Kekmanovic. That was a couple of years ago. Beat him in straight sets too. Now Sebastian Korda's played one game and he's in the semi-finals. It's alright, isn't it? That's alright, it's quite lucky. Who did he beat? Beat someone in straight sets, didn't he? Who was it? Davidovich Fokina? Yeah. He beat Davidovich Fokina in straight sets and then ended up getting the walkover against Thanasi Kokkinakis. Should be good to go, right? Should be more than ready to go. Kekmanovic has had an absolute belter start to the season. Very surprising indeed. Well, to me personally, 4-1 to get himself going. He only got beat by Alexander Muller in Hong Kong, as we all know. Muller did go on to get that title, and as we mentioned, Kekmanovic probably did give him the best go out of the lot. He's just been getting better as this Adelaide tournament went on. He was good against Bublik, decent against O'Connell, absolutely smoked Benjamin Bonzi last night. Did not see that going the way it did. What was it, 6-2, 6-3? Yeah, good shit. He's playing so well. Baseline game is fantastic. Looks really good. Really, really good. Sebastian Korda did look decent against Davidovich Fokina. I remember he was an underdog. Remember was he still a dog for that game? I think he was. He was quite a decent one. I don't know who to trust. If we were a bit favourite into the season anywhere else, I'd probably just take Sebastian Korda, especially at odds like that. But the way Kekmanovic has been playing, I cannot deny him. I can't deny him. And neither can you. You know he's been good. You know he's been really good. I would not be surprised to see him win this one. Not at all. So, I'd usually say flip a coin and let that decide for you, but I wouldn't even do that. Me personally, I'm probably leaning more towards Kekmanovic than I am towards Sebastian Korda. I don't think I'm going to bet it, but if I had to, I'd probably go with the Serb on that. I think I would. Is he Serbian? I think he is. Not too sure. He's something like that. You know what I'm on about anyway. Be Kekmanovic or nothing. He should be getting that one done against Korda. Seen him in the final. Right then, folks. Sound nice and easy, nice and short. I'm going to be going with Nuno Borges on the money line. 1.93 on the exchange. I think he gets it done against Zizou Beg. I think he's got more than enough. Let me know what you're going for in the comments. Best bets, all that stuff. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, stick your notifications on. We have got the Australian Open in a couple of days. We're going to be covering that day in, day out. So do yourself a favour. Do me a favour. I appreciate you. Right then, I'll be saying good night to you. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Let's go get them again today. And I'll see you tomorrow.